You might be surprised to learn that the very same three things that make our lives train wrecks when it comes to alcohol and drug addiction are the same three things that can actually help us get our health back and our lives on track. I'm Jamie Kowalski, and I teach people in recovery from addiction how to get and keep their lives together using the same practical, easy to understand tools for health that keep me free from my alcohol addiction. So these three things are strength, dosage, and frequency. So let me give you an example. A beer is not as strong as a shot of vodka. So I can have a couple of beers. Well, I can't. I'm a recovering alcoholic. But back in the day, a couple of beers was very different than a couple of shots of vodka, obviously because the vodka is stronger. It has more of an effect because it's more potent. So that's strength. Dosage is how much. Obviously, there's a big difference between a 12-ounce beer and one of those jumbo Oktoberfest beers, or between a shot of vodka and a bottle of vodka. So that's dosage. And then finally there's frequency. How many beers am I drinking in a given period of time? Am I drinking a lot really fast or drinking slowly? What's the duration over which the consumption is taking place? And obviously the same thing goes for a drug. How strong is it? What's the dosage? And how frequently is it being done? You change any one of those three things up or down and it changes the effect of the train wreck in addiction, right? Obviously if you're drinking stronger stuff and at a higher dosage, more of it in a given instance, and you're doing that more frequently, that's different than if one or two of those things didn't have the same level to it. Okay, so now how do these three things then turn around and help us find health and regain our lives? Well, how about when you walk around the block? There's a certain level of intensity there in terms of calming your mind and getting a little bit of physical exercise. But what if you increased the strength of that activity? Instead of just walking around the block thinking about what's for dinner or, old memories, what if instead during that walk you were actually deep belly breathing, focusing, being present in the moment, looking and investigating your emotions, maybe even inviting in a spiritual connection? That's a stronger activity for recovery than just simply walking around the block mindlessly, right? Just like vodka would be stronger than beer. And how frequently do you walk around that block? Does it happen once or twice a day? Every day? Do you skip days? And the dosage. Is it for just 30 seconds around the block, or is it 5 minutes, 20 minutes? So we have these three same variables as we did in drinking and drugging. We have the strength of the activity, the dosage, how long we're doing it, and the frequency that we do it. So take, for example, something like a simple Qigong maneuver, lifting the sky. Sighing, jaw relaxed, just letting the neck hang down. Inhale. One more time. Join me if you like. So I won't go into all the details about why this maneuver is powerful from a Chinese medicine and healing perspective and the art of Qigong, which is related to martial arts, or source energy and all that stuff. But it's a very strong activity for the 15 seconds I did that. That's a stronger form of activity for recovery than walking around the block, just like vodka is stronger than beer. Dosage, if I did that for maybe 2 minutes instead of just 15 seconds, it would have more of an effect of calming my body-mind, bringing me more in connection with intuition and maybe even spiritual insight. We all have different ways of understanding that. And finally, frequency. Do I do this once a day, a couple times a day? How many times a week? So by navigating the same three variables, dosage, strength, and frequency, I can have more of an effect of the recovery activity that is driving health. All right, so keep that in mind. It might be a little something to experiment with, and I'll talk more about it over time. But between the dosage and the strength and the frequency of these healthy recovery-related activities, we find a balance. We grow a balance between them so that we don't slide back to the train wreck that used to be in the past. Growing balance. That's why I call my educational operation here Growing Balance. It's what I'm doing. It's what I hope to teach you to do as well. And if you'd like more information, please feel free to head over to growingbalance.com, join my community, or facebook.com Growing Balance. If there's a comment section below this video, I'd love it if you'd let me know your thoughts, or give me a thumbs up, or ask me a question. Let's make this a dialogue. You and me together in recovery, going forward one day at a time, one breath at a time. I'm so glad you took a little time for yourself today today to spend with me. And until next time, carry on. Keep up the breath. Remember, deep belly breath. Let it flow. Even in a moment of just total chaos, come home to your breath. See what you can do with that. That is your single strongest activity. Do it a lot and do it frequently. Strength, dosage, and frequency to your recovery today. Until next time, be well.